This program involves real people. Content may disturb some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
In this episode of Spirit Talker, we meet an elder who greets spirit messages with skepticism. A woman haunted by the trauma of the past reconnects with her lost love. As my journey into my indigenous heritage continues, I experience Mi'kmaq culture, Eskasoni style.
Ilado Jigsuko Elmalaji Jijahamish Skidded Majuli City.
Well, today I'm going to Eskasoni, Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, and do a live show and connect everybody alive in the spirit world. All Mi'kmaq communities that I come to, I find all people welcoming. And I feel like we're all family. Every time I meet a different person from my people, I learn more about my own culture. I learn more about myself. I'm Shawn, Leonard. So nice to meet you.
You too.
Faye Sillaboy is a cultural guide here, and she'll show me around a bit.
I lived here all my life. I've been here for 28 years.
I heard Eskasoni is really growing. It's really like coming into its own now.
Eskasoni is the largest Mi'kmaq community of east of Montreal, and it was also called Wegastoni before Eskasoni.
I'm Mi'kmaq, on my mother's side of the family. I've never lived on reserve or grew up immersed in the culture, so I want to discover all I can about my indigenous heritage. This is my first trip to Eskasoni, but in many ways, this landscape, this community, it feels like home. Okay, so this is the school where they're teaching language?
Yep, so this is the immersion.
Yeah.
They started this off because they were scared for us to lose our language. Because if we lose our language, then we lose our culture and our traditions and actually who we are.
What if they take 46-year-olds?
I have no clue.
I'm trying to learn Mi'kmaq, but I have to admit, I'm very much a beginner. At a very young age, my grandmother moved away from her Mi'kmaq community of Conn River, Newfoundland. She lost touch with her culture and her native language. I wish my grandmom had more people in her life, or would have had more access to being able to speak her language with her own people. During that time, that generation, it was almost lost. It was lost then. There is a language I know very well, the language of spirit. I'll be using it tonight at my show. Way Eskasoni. How are you guys? I'm so honored that you had come to allow me to connect to your people in the spirit world. I'm grateful that they trust me to share their messages. As a spirit talker or psychic medium, spirits communicate with me. It often begins when they tell me their names. Okay, is there somebody named Rita Joe? Is there a Frank and a Rita Joe?
Yes.
Okay. And your name, ma'am?
Evelyn.
Nice to meet you, Evelyn. Is it Frank or Francis?
Frank. I have a brother, Francis.
So there is a Frank and Francis? There's
Yes.
two? They're both passed?
Yes.
The Rita Joe? Is this a mom?
My mom. When he said my mom's name and my dad and my brother, I was a little bit skeptic, but I stood up.
She's a quick talker.
My mom?
Yeah, I can't keep up with her. She feels like she has a very strong energy. Was she a teacher in life?
Yes.
Because I feel like that she's like very proud of what she either accomplished or what she's done. Was she a writer?
Yes.
Did she write stories?
Yes.
Were they published?
Yes.
Did she use a typewriter?
Yes.
I'm sensing some doubt from Evelyn. What I do clashes with some people's beliefs, but she must have come here for a reason. After the break, she's holding a baby in her arms that was lost, but she's telling me she's like her angel.
Her name is Angel.
Oh, okay.
This was personal. Nobody knows this.
I'm in Eskasoni with my guide, Faye Syllaboy. I'd like to get a better feel for the area and its history, so Faye's taking me to a place off the mainland. It was named Goat Island, after the animals that lived there years ago.
The reason why they had goats is because they thought the goat's milk would help with tuberculosis, TB. When they became a nuisance, they were eating the clothing in gardens, and the chief actually told them, well, there's an island here that we can take them, and if you guys need the milk, you guys can come and get it on canoe and then come back.
There's a bridge to Goat Island, and now cultural tours offer a glimpse of the past. I believe this is a longhouse, and that's a teepee.
Correct. We actually lived in the long houses because we had bigger families, but they adapted to the teepees because they were easier to carry when they were moving from winter to summer.
Faye's invited me to share a traditional meal of bannock around a storytelling circle.
Glooskap gave thanks for the soul and the spirit that the Creator gave him. And once he was finished giving thanks, he wanted to explore the land of the Mi'kmaq.
As I walk around on Goat Island, I'm tuning into something. So this is a really peaceful, spiritual place.
Yes.
The energy here is very soft. You know, I feel like there's lots that happen here. Sometimes when I come to different places or communities like Eskasoni, I will pick up things, I will get things, I will receive information about something. That energy, it's unpredictable. I don't know when it's going to happen or when it's going to come to me. I'm definitely sensing something here in these woods. Something traumatic. This place holds certain energy of someone who I feel is now in spirit. I wonder if Faye can help me make sense of my intuitions. When I'm here going through this place, it's kind of odd, but I'm seeing almost like somebody's remains were here.
There was actually a girl found in back of these islands. That's why her remains were there, her bones. A duck hunter found it. She was lost for 2 years. Yeah.
I can feel it, and I can feel that energy here, right? It's not that I'm feeling or hearing her, but I feel the imprint of what had happened to her here. I know that she still visits here, not because it's a tragic place, because she's a good spirit, good soul.
I'm glad to hear that. It makes it better for us to do our job and knowing that people are proud of us from the spirit world.
At the show, I'm connecting with the people and the spirits of Eskasoni, including a community member named Rita Joe, who's sending messages to Evelyn.
Rita Joe is my mom. In our culture, Not everyone believes in psychic mediums, and I was one of them.
Were you with her when she passed? It feels like that you were.
Yes.
Did she have any breathing-related issues? Because I'm actually feeling like I'm having a bit of trouble breathing.
Yes.
She's very proud of you, enormously proud of you.
Thank you.
She says, even though that I can see you, I still miss you.
I miss her too.
Right. She says, but you don't need to cry for me. She says, you don't have to cry for me because we're going to be together again one day.
Yes.
I'm seeing a baby, which means somebody had miscarried the baby, lost the baby because she's holding a baby in her arms that was lost.
My grandchild.
For whatever reason, she wasn't meant to have, or your child wasn't meant. Like there was something wrong. That's why they're telling me that child went home. I'm also feeling there was like an undeveloped part of the body, which means that that spirit had chosen not to come into life because of that. Okay?
Okay.
But she's telling me she's like her angel.
Her name is Angel.
Oh, okay. She's showing me an angel.
I couldn't believe that. It was unbelievable. It reassures me that my mom is there, taking care of my granddaughter, my little angel.
It feels like Rita Jo is just getting started. Dougie, Douglas, Doug, come on, keep going here. But another spirit from Eskasoni is vying for my attention. Douglas? And your name, ma'am? Nadine? He wants you to know he hears you talking to him and asking for help. He says he does his best.
His name was Douglas Young. He was a really smart guy. He was kind, he was funny. He was a lobster fisherman. He was like a family guy.
He says you were mad at him before. He says you need to let that go. It's in the past is the past.
I seen him that morning, at like 8 in the morning. He said, I'll be back. Him and his brother, they took out a little boat. And like that day was really stormy. When they were pulling in the traps, their boat capsized. And Doug tried to swim back to shore to save his brother. He started saying to Mi'kmaq that he was tired. And he caught hypothermia, and that's how he passed. I was 38 weeks pregnant.
He says, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. And if I could do it again and do it differently, I would, and I'm sorry. He says that he does still love you. But he says, thank you for putting up with him. Thank you for putting up with him as much as you could. He says, please forgive me. It's unusual when someone leaves the room during a reading. I can see Nadine is holding on to her grief. I feel there's a lot more to this story. When we come back, I'll reconnect with Nadine privately and have a deeper conversation about how she's dealing with her loss of Douglas. Eskasoni Cape Breton is buzzing with energy tonight, with many spirits stepping up to be heard. Among them is Douglas, who is reaching out to Nadine.
It'll be almost 4 years, and I keep thinking I'll forget his voice, but I can hear his laugh, I can see his smile, everything. I'm not ready for him to leave me yet.
I'd like to help Nadine move on from her loss. I've invited her back for a deeper conversation in a more private setting. She's brought along her mom for support.
No offense to this man, but when I connect to his energy, he's a bit cocky.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of attitude. I think it swings of emotions a little bit, so I do feel like if you got on his bad side, you knew pretty quick. I feel Doug was quite the character in life. He was a good guy, he had a good heart, but I also feel like he was a bit of work in a relationship.
He used drugs a lot. Like, he injected needles, and whenever he didn't have that pill, he would snap. I loved him, but it was hard to like cope with him when he was using. But when he was sober, that's the Doug I knew. On Valentine's Day, he proposed to me. I got pregnant quick, and I know I never been that happy with anyone before, but he was a good guy, really. He passed away June 28. I had the baby July 3.
He says, I'm really happy that you gave him my name.
Through my whole pregnancy, my husband kept saying that he knew it was a boy, and I named my son after him. My son will be 4 in July, and he looks exactly like him. He walks like him, he talks like him.
He says he's a lot like him.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
He's gonna be watching over him. I feel like pride, like in how you're raising him or what you're teaching him, and I feel like he's trying to work through you from spirit to do that.
Like, I do want to move on to someone else, but at the same time, I feel like I'll betray him. And, like, I'm not ready for him to leave me yet.
Addiction and drug use is an issue that plagues First Nation communities and takes a toll on families. And now I come face to face with it. It's incredibly moving that despite it all, and even after death, Nadine and Douglas have a powerful bond.
There's a really good picture of the two of you together that he really likes.
Yeah.
That he really wants me to say that's like his favorite. It's your favorite too, correct?
It is. I love it.
Yeah. He says he's one of your soulmates, but he's not your only soulmate. He's showing me images of you being really happy. She will be married again, one day. I saw a different ring on her finger. And I know he'll be part of that process, because that's what unconditional love is. It transcends life and death. And I know that's how much he loves her too.
I'm still grieving, but I think, like, after a show and the session I had with Shawn, like, really gave me closure. I feel like I don't have to look for answers anymore from him.
Occasionally, I get to connect with an extraordinary spirit like Rita Jo. I'm following up with Evelyn, who's with her daughter Vanessa, to hear more from their family matriarch.
Okay, there's something I'm missing here. With your mom, very prideful of her culture, pride of language is huge. Because I feel like she was trying to speak Mi'kmaq to me, and I don't know what she's saying. I wish I knew that much Mi'kmaq. She was very fluent, correct?
Yes.
I feel like there's an encouraging thing of like getting people to speak their language.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Is there some reason why everybody would be getting into a boat for some reason? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
It feels like a public thing, almost like there's people there to witness you going in the boat.
There was a ferry ceremony we just had recently named after my grandmother in Halifax.
They decided to name the ferry Dr. Rita Jo.
Now, your mom's changing subject.
Mm-hmm.
She said she sent you the bird. Okay. There was a bird that came down and landed right beside you, or landed like right near you, and you looked at it, and she says she sent it to you.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
I was looking out the window. I seen a bird on my railing. And I was starting to think that bird is on that railing for a long time.
And did you think of your mom when you saw it?
And I thought about my mom. That was her. Everything's going to be okay.
She just says that she sent you the bird to let you know that she was with you. She's there. She's not that far away.
It's inspiring to see how an elder like Evelyn can still have an open mind and connect to the spirit world and her ancestors. Nadine had her whole life ahead of her, but she was held back by her grief. Reconnecting with Douglas has freed her to move on.
What I'm going to take away from the Eskasoni experience is the connection to everybody. I felt like somebody who belonged to the community.
I'm leaving here feeling honored by all the people I've met and enriched by the stories and the experiences I've had with Faye and others. Connecting to the people and the spirits of this large Mi'kmaq community is teaching me more about my culture.